Sylvia L. Exantus, CEO of Central Boston Elder Services. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Ella. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, starting off, can you tell us about Central Boston Elder Services? What is it and why is it important to the community?
Central Boston Elder Services is an organization that has now been in existence. We are now in our 51st year. It was established in 1974. Last year was a big year for us, our 50th anniversary milestone. So we had a grand celebration. And so this is our 51st year, and in our 51st year, what Central Boston does and continues to do is to provide services to older adults and people with disabilities to allow them to age in place with dignity and with respect in their own communities that they were born and raised in, and in some cases helped to build as well. And we serve over 10,000 older adults and people with disabilities in the specific Boston neighborhoods that we serve. So Roxbury, Mission Hill, Alston, Brighton, the Back Bay, South End, just to name a few.
That's incredible to hear about the range as well. That's so important. CBES, I know you hosted the annual fundraising gala this past Saturday night with the theme of Care Unites Us and just bringing people together. Can you talk about why this event is so important and, some of the highlights?
In Massachusetts, there are over a million, approximately over a million caregivers, people that identify themselves as caregivers. So it was really important for us because every older adult has some sort of a caregiver or a support system. It could be a family member, it could be a neighbor, it could be, son, daughter, aunt, uncle. So it's something that resonates across, our entire society. And we wanted to make sure that we had the opportunity to really celebrate those unsung heroes among us, and who do the work out of just love and compassion. And what they do is they give us hope. They give us hope that, if we ever fall into a bad spot, because believe it or not, we're all aging. And we hope that somebody's going to be there for us. So that's really what our theme is really all about.
I love that idea of humanity tying everyone together to care for the ones that they love the most and that need them. I love that. I appreciate that. In your press release, you note that CBES is unfortunately facing funding threats at the moment. Can you go into detail about that?
There's a lot of uncertainties in terms of budget and funding, both at the state and the federal level. So it's really puts a burden and a strain on older adults, often who are on a fixed income. And so as the costs continue to rise for services and with cutbacks, that creates some level of uncertainty for them. So Central Boston it tries to be a bridge for that, to be able to support, because people come to us in their neediest times. These types of uncertainties have a great impact on the populations that we serve.
It's good to hear that you're bringing awareness to this issue. And you have so many all-important programs that you guys carry out, including the computer class for older adults. I'd like to know a little more about this. Is it a popular program? Why is it important for our older residents to have access to information technology?
Central Boston has been doing computer classes in our building, believe it or not, since, probably 2000s, mid to late 2000s. So it's something that we had always been doing in collaboration with the Timothy Smith Network. We have a lab in our actual building that older adults would come and take courses at. But what we saw during the COVID pandemic is that there was a real need to socially connect older adults with technology. So it really, I would say it grew, out of a need, and just really helping people with basic technical skills, emails, to be able to have telehealth appointments with their medical doctors, to be able to connect with family who may not live in the state of Massachusetts. So all of this, we just saw and they love it. They absolutely love it. Um, you know, the technical skills and just the confidence to know that they don't have to be afraid of technology, that they can embrace technology and can actually, it can be of a positive for them as well. So that's really why we expanded that program
I mean,
post-COVID.
I've seen the need for this type of program all over in my personal life as well. I'm really close with my grandfather, and growing up, I remember just like feeling terrible that like he didn't know how to, access the new computers and do things as simple as like sending emails because, he's such an independent man. And
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, I wish this was a thing. I wish there were classes that he could take. So it was incredible to hear about what you guys do, and I appreciate that, and lots of people do, of course. I know that in the springtime you host a walk on the Boston Common to
Hmm.
highlight Elder Abuse Awareness Day.
Yep.
I'd love to hear, why is this important and how extensive is elder abuse?
Our program exists to follow up on allegations and investigate, certain allegations, financial abuse, exploitation, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse. Unfortunately, the types of things that would just, break your heart that somebody would do that to an older adult. We investigate over 3,000 reports we get on an annual basis. So this walk is really, like you said, it's June is Older Abuse Awareness Month. It's important for to raise that awareness so people know what the signs are and they know that there is an outlet to report something if you see something that is being done to an older adult that should not be done.
Where can viewers go online to learn more about what you do every day?
Yes, so viewers can go to our website, www.centralboston.org, to learn more about our organization, our programs, and also, our gala is now over, and but it's not too late. It's not too late to help. It's not too late to invest in this work. It's very important because, as I said at the beginning, we're all aging. Some of us quicker than others, but we're all eventually going to get there. And we want to make sure, organizations like Central Boston have the necessary resources beyond just what we get from, state contracts and such to be able to meet those needs because the needs are really real.
Thank you so much for joining us today to talk about this.
Absolutely.